Artificial intelligence has shown to be a useful tool for many things, including language learning. Educators and learners are constantly seeking effective methods to communicate language skills, and so AI has become an effective method in this regard. While it has some advantages, there's some downside to consider. So today we're going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of artificial intelligence when it comes to language learning. Language platforms allow users to access lessons, exercise, and tutoring from anywhere in the world at any given time, which makes learning less of an obstacle. The platforms can condense and summarize the content in a way that's easy to understand. AI can use advanced voice recognition to detect the learner's pronunciation and their accent and provide them with accurate feedback. It can provide learners with instant feedback on their grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation usage, and in turn, learners are able to identify their mistakes and rectify them promptly. When it comes to teaching, AI can create lesson plans, it can create assessment, it can also generate assignment, it can also track student records. That way, if students are having difficulty with lesson, it can identify areas in which student or learners may need additional help or attention. So this makes teaching more effective for the teacher and the learner or the students. It can also help collect data that helps teachers understand their students and what their students are interested in. And so that way the teachers can create engaging lessons and lessons that make sense that the students are asking for. If you're a business owner and your clients or your customers go to your page and they send in a comment, or you're doing a live on social media and people are commenting down below what they would want to see, the comments are going to tell you what people are looking for, what your audience need. So you'll never have to wonder, what should I create next? Because your audience is going to tell you what they need. AI can also provide grammar and style instructions to help writers improve their writing skills. So if you've used a tool like Grammarly, you are able to produce a higher quality content in a less amount of time because the software is going to analyze your writing and give you feedback on what you may need to change or what you need to improve. So now that we have talked about some advantages with AI, let's talk about some of the disadvantages that we see with AI as well. AI lacks the ability to provide authentic human interaction. When you're sitting in a classroom and you're listening to somebody do a lecture, a professor, you're able to connect with them authentically because they're right there. They're in the room with you. You can feel their emotions. You're able to feel the mood in the classroom. It's a different ambiance. You're able to connect with them on a more authentic level, on a deeper level. Language acquisition is very complex because in that it involves the subtle nuances of cultural language acquisition and cultural nuances and different communication cues that AI may not be able to pick up just yet. And so that makes for a different experience when you are behind a computer learning language or a phone or on those platforms versus when you're face to face with a human being. It's more of an authentic experience. One of the biggest challenges of AI in education is that it can dehumanize the learning experience. The first, what does dehumanize mean? It means to take away your human quality away from you or to deprive you of your human quality. And so if we rely on AI too much, we're going to miss out on the nuanced approach that a human teacher can offer. When it comes to cost, not all schools and educational institutions may have it in their budget to invest in AI tools and technologies. If the teacher is the one to shoulder the cost, it's going to get very expensive and very challenging to maintain. Also, there is a risk that teachers and students or learners may become too dependent on AI technology, and so it's going to limit the creativity. It's also going to impact your critical thinking skills. When you use these technologies a lot, even though they're good in some sense because they help us do what we need to do a lot easier and faster, on one hand, it's going to keep us from thinking on our own, thinking for ourselves, because we're so used to depending on AI technology. The more you use that type of technology, the more your brain and creativity is dormant because you're not using it as much. While some schools may have the resources to invest in AI technologies, some schools may not or may lack the funding to be able to do so for their students. So students in a less privileged community may be at a disadvantage because now he doesn't have the ability to have that experience with these platforms, and he or she ends up falling behind. As artificial intelligence integrates more into our daily lives and our work, users are going to be more concerned with the security breaches, privacy, the ethics of how their personal information is used. And so as AI develops, more laws will have to be put in place to keep up with that technology. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.